The moment that you took your first breath on this planet, you breathed in the exact energy of that time. That's why astrology in our birth chart is such a good way to figure out who we are, who we must become, what challenges we have to face, and how we can persevere. Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Leora Alexandra. Welcome to the Baby Elephant community. On this channel we talk about the law of attraction, spirituality, self-development, and so much more. I'm outside today filming really in the rain. It's raining right next to me. It's so beautiful. Just enjoy the rain sounds with me. It's calming me down, cleansing my energy, and I want that transmitted to you through the screen as we talk about astrology today. So the world is crazy right now. I have not left my house for days. By the time you see this video, it'll probably be a week that I haven't left my house, and I'm sure many of you are practicing social distancing as well. And while we do this, I just want to be able to provide content that will hopefully cheer you up, get your mind thinking about something else while you're, at home doing your own thing. 2 weeks ago, I was actually on a retreat in Guatemala before all this chaos started, and I was learning about astrology, and I fell in love with the language of the stars. I'm going to be continuously studying astrology on my own, taking classes, just furthering my education in it. Of course, my birth chart shows that I am a scholar. I have been a scholar in many past lives, so that is kind of my thing, if you can't tell by now. And I really do want to make more videos about this because it is a new passion of mine, and you know that I always like to take this channel in different directions. In this channel, there's not one thing that we talk about everything. And this is just something fun that right now, while we're all self-quarantine, self-isolation, it's just something new to think about and to enjoy and to study. So today's video is a fun one. I worked on it for quite a while. It's all about how to understand your divine purpose on this planet based on your sun sign. Your sun sign is the zodiac sign that the majority of people are familiar with. It is just one aspect of who you really are. Your entire birth chart shows a much more clear blueprint of who you are as a person, but your sun sign can tell us a lot about ourselves. So these divine purposes that I'm going to be talking to you about today come from the archetypical personalities of our sun signs. If it resonates, take this information with you and see how it can be applied to your practical physical life. There are infinite ways in which your sun sign could be expressed and in which your divine purpose could be expressed. For example, if your sun sign is Pisces and one of your missions in this life is to bridge the spirit world with humanity, you could do that by being a teacher, or you could do that by being a channeler. You could be super practical and super metaphysical and esoteric. There are so many ways this could be expressed. Before we get started with our list, I'd like to give a big shout out to today's sponsor, Keen. If you're not familiar with Keen, Keen is a website that offers us 24/7 access to vetted psychics and spiritual advisors who provide guidance on all of life's challenges, on romance, career, relationships, everything. The great thing about Keen right now is that you don't have to go out and find a psychic or an intuitive counselor or anything like that. None of us are going out of our house anyways right now. There's always somebody online 24/7 that could help you with anything that you're going through right now. And you could also easily schedule a call with an advisor. After watching this video, if you want your own birth chart reading, to read your astrological birth chart and deep dive into your own personality and life, Keen has astrologers on call 24/7. And right now, if you're a new Keen customer, you get 5 minutes for just $5 if you use the link trykeen.com/Leor5 MINS, like minutes, which will be in the link below. You can also develop a relationship with your counselor and work with them every month to set monthly intentions, to do chakra cleansings, and to just check in with them in different parts. When you have challenges in life, when you have to make decisions, they're always available for you there. If you want to take advantage of their $5 for 5 minutes options, I'll put the link below for you, and if you use that link, it will really help the channel. Thank you, Keen, for sponsoring this video. Now let's get into the video. Knowing that we have these gifts is the first step in starting a life or finding the life path that resonates with us, that lights our soul on fire, our bliss, And in this day and age, when we can change our career paths so easily, so frequently, we can change what we want to do every decade, every year. You can change what you want to do tomorrow morning. This is the best time to really discover what aligns with you, with your personality, your specific uniqueness, and to just go for it and know and trust that you will be supported by the universe, because the universe supports bravery. And remember that the divine path for you is the one that will allow you to experience what your soul's urge is, the karmic things that you need to go through, the joys, the lows, everything that's good for your particular journey aligns with your soul's urge. I'd also like to mention that if your sun sign doesn't resonate so much from the following list, for me, I found that a mixture of both my ascendant, which is my rising sign, and my sun sign together made the most sense for my divine purpose. So you could check both of those out. If you're curious about where this information comes from, I have come up with this by studying several different books, channeling certain parts of the messages, and also I ran it by my astrologer to make sure that it was all groovy. So while you listen to this, if any ideas come up for what you want to do with your life according to your soul's life purpose, your divine purpose, please comment it below, because it could get the gears moving for other people who have no idea what they want to do. Also, I would really appreciate if you comment and let me know if the reading for your particular sun sign or ascendant sign, if it resonated with you. I am still learning. I'm trying it out. I tested it out on many of my friends and family members, and they all gave me the go. My astrologer was really impressed with it, so I knew that I could share it with you guys. But I really want to know what you think, if it resonated with you. So without any further ado, let's get into the signs and their divine purpose. There are timestamps below if you want to just jump to your sign. Start with Aries. Aries, the first sign, our starter. Aries' divine purpose is to bring changes and new ideas to humanity, to start new movements, to bring freshness in, and to lead through action. Aries' courageousness and ability to power through their will is going to help them to easily overcome obstacles and to really create changes in the way that humans live their lives. Aries alone has the ability to look at a situation with the Aries eyes and zest for life. Aries might face challenges when it comes to finishing what they started, but if they can get into the mentality of just doing it, just going for it, checking things off their list, living enough for the rest of us, they will thrive in many different environments. The other signs, which we will talk about next, are meant to step in and to nourish what Aries has planted. I found that each sign complements each other, and that is the biggest indicator for me that humanity is meant to work together on everything that we do rather than to compete against one another. So for Aries, whether this comes in the form of teaching or doing physical activities such as yoga, surfing, whatever it is, Aries needs to find some sort of innovation or newness in it for them to feel passionate about it. And then they need to bring this newness to other people. The second sign at Taurus is our most physical, our strong sign. Taurus's divine purpose is to bring people back into the earth, bringing people back to Gaia. Whereas Aries plants the seed, Taurus cultivates the seed. Through various outlets, bringing people back to nature will bring a great sense of self-worth and self-esteem to Taurus. Taurus will experience a lot of recognition for doing this. And this doesn't necessarily have to be very literal. For example, starting a community garden or doing something physically with nature. It could also have to do with some of Taurus's other passions, such as comfort and luxury. A Taurus could potentially start a high-end sustainable clothing line. Or it can be very literal, creating events that bring people back to the earth, back to nature, taking care of the earth. Now, Taurus might be challenged by their very fixed nature. They might get stuck liking how things are, the way that they are, and then they have a difficult time making changes. However, they do finish what they started, so Aries partnering up with a Taurus would be magic. A movement to change Earth could be birthed by just the first two signs. Gemini are twins, the thinkers, the talkers. Gemini has the advantage of being aware of their higher self, but they must learn to listen to that higher self. They're innately aware of it already from birth. They just have to listen. So Gemini's purpose is to relay spiritual ideas to other people, to broadcast, to make connections between people and bring people together. Geminis explore the world for its mysteries, and as they explore, they relay the information and they ask the right questions to get people thinking about the right things. They're really good at connecting the right person to the right information, or the right people to each other, or making connections within information. Gemini must go through big ups and downs because of their duality, because there are two people in there. But their intuition, their curiosity, their intelligence can help them share seeds of ideas and plant them in others. And Gemini can exercise this divine purpose in so many ways. They could be journalists, broadcasters. They would be amazing at blogging, even being a content creator with real intention. This could be expressed in so many ways. Next is Cancer. Cancer, the universal mother energy that cares and protects for all of life. Cancer is deeply connected to its past, to its roots, and to family. So Cancer's divine purpose is to teach humanity about emotion and about itself, to really study the way that humans feel, emote, and experience feelings, and to teach others how to be more in touch with those emotions. On a big scale, Cancer allows humankind as a collective to reconnect with its feeling. Cancer must show Earth that all that they see and think develops from the inside, and to connect mankind as one human family. Family is so important for Cancer. And Cancer does this connection through heart, through emoting. Cancer has got to feel more confident and comfortable with expressing their emotions, because their emotions, their vulnerability is their superpower. They have got to find ways to prioritize themselves, to love themselves, so that they can continue to give as much as they've always given. Next is Leo. Sunny Leo, the Lion King with a good and generous heart. Leo is able to give so much of themselves, but only if they have enough of the thing that they're giving within themselves. Leo's divine purpose is to help others to shine as brilliantly as the Leo shines itself. In particular, Leo would excel in bringing humanity back to its body through physical creative expression. And good examples of ways a Leo can do this is by instructing physical creative expression and movement, such as Qigong, dancing, exercise, yoga. Within business, a Leo thrives in environments where it can delegate to others, uplift the team, and keep the fire steadily roaring. A Leo would actually also live up to its divine purpose through being a parent, through foregoing the self-centeredness that it can sometimes fall victim to, and instead making their whole lives about this other human being, this little human. So being a parent is a great way to fulfill the divine purpose of Leo. Next, we have Virgo, the master of self and intellect. Virgo's divine purpose is to be the checker of mankind's errors, to examine and scrutinize how we all are living, and to bring us back to the right path. Virgo reminds humanity of the errors, and through its purity of thought is able to guide them back to a good place. Though they themselves must know and learn that perfection simply can't exist, they are able to identify erroneous living within themselves and others, and to correct it. Virgo's purpose is to polish itself, to become the best version of itself, and to help humanity do the same thing. Now, Virgo's perfectionism and meticulous personality would make them amazing event and wedding planners. They'd be incredible at managing big projects and keeping everything organized and according to plan, and noticing when anything seems to be falling off track. They are masters of analysis and can understand things on a more intellectual level that is much more difficult for some of the other signs. Next is Libra, our just Libra. Libra's divine purpose is to bring opposites together and to create harmony and beauty within opposites. So Libra's esoteric work must focus on creating oneness within humanity. They must focus on transcending the limitations of opposite groups, showing humanity that we are all connected and that we are all one family. Libra brings balance to mankind through the exchange of ideas and values, and has the purpose of bringing spirituality into practical life. So a Libra would make a great meditation teacher, a spiritual advisor, a peace negotiator, a translator, a marriage or family counselor, someone who helps improve impoverished neighborhoods. Libra really brings the harmony and beauty wherever they go. Next, we have Scorpio, the psychic, mysterious Scorpio. Scorpio's divine mission is to heal and to transform. Whether that healing and transforming is of themselves, of the world, of the collective, of other people, the Scorpio can do all of that. Our Scorpios thrive on mystery. They have a particular affinity for the supernatural, and they can be extremely gifted in things such as astrology, tarot reading, all mystery teachings, really. Scorpios know the hidden secrets of humanity, and because of that, they cannot become dismayed by the darkness. They have to keep finding the light. And when they keep finding the light, Scorpio finds its purpose because it thrives in the darkness, but it has to keep going towards the light. And then we have Sagittarius. Hello, the archer. Sagittarius' divine purpose is to see what others cannot yet see, to bring things from the imagination into physical reality. They must dream big and see the bigger picture for the rest of the world. Through seeing the bigger picture, Sagittarius can assist others by infusing everyday life with more meaning and more hope. For the Sagittarius, things move far away from the mundane, from the banality, from the normal, and they become much more magical. Sagittarius would make an excellent futurist, looking towards the path of humanity and conceptualizing ideas that would revolutionize the world and the way that we live. They are the philosophers, the truth seekers. And as they look to the sky for higher meaning, they must relay their insights to humanity. Ultimately, they can become the bringers of light to humanity. Their challenge is that sometimes they see the bigger picture and just have no idea how to implement it, how to take it from just understanding it to doing something with it. With age and maturity, those skills can develop, and a Sagittarius would work very well with a Capricorn in bringing the immaterial into the material. Speaking of Capricorn, our ambitious, grounded earth sign, the spiritual teacher. Capricorn's divine purpose is to make spiritual ideas concrete. To take the ideas that come from all the other signs and from themselves, of course, and bring them into reality in a practical and concrete way. The Capricorn's unending potential is their best resource. If they can simply overcome their dogmatic ways of thinking, that things can only be one way, they will be the ones to take the innovation and make it physical, make it practical, to bring the new inventions in, to bring the new methods, the new movements in. Capricorns can open incredibly profitable and successful spiritual businesses because they have the work ethic and also the foresight to bring them into physicality. Aquarius, our freedom-loving, independent revolutionary. Aquarius must assist humanity in moving away from the status quo, in bringing our attention to, here, this is how things are, but we're not going to do it like this anymore. Aquarius say, nope, not today. This is how we're doing it from here on out. Their strong moral compass, their need for truth, and their rebellious nature make them excellent leaders to help humanity break out of its banality, break out of the Newtonian way of thinking, and become quantum. Aquarius must lead humanity by example, making their own rules and showing others that there is more than one way of living. Since Aquarius grasps things much more quickly than others, they have a responsibility to understand something and then explain it and teach it to others. Their challenge is that in order to do anything of value, their heart must be in it. They need to understand what they're doing, why they're doing it, and have a deeper motivation for doing it. So Aquariuses would make excellent activists, teachers using the newest method of teaching children, for example, or teenagers. Maybe someone who shares their unconventional, off-the-grid way of living online, or creates in-person events to teach people how to live in other ways. And then we have Pisces. Pisces, the confidant, the spiritual companion, the creative. Pisces' divine purpose is to be the bridge from this world to the spiritual world and to other worlds for people. They're here to show us that union brings strength. And they show this through tolerance and compassion. They must show the world that separation is an illusion. And they do this by acting as the actual bridge and the example of the connection from the humanity to the spirit world. So Pisces can do this through channeling, through healing, through their art, their writing, their music, creative outlets. For all their potential, Pisces have different levels of awareness and consciousness. and they must surpass the level of being that sponge-like empath that soaks up everybody's emotions, because that will stop them from experiencing their full gifts. They have to move from victim mentality into the hero of their own story so that they may be the hero for the rest of humanity. That is when their gifts will become most organized and they'll be able to utilize them best. That's it for today's video about astrology signs and our divine purpose. Please give it a thumbs up if you like this video. It'll really help the channel. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. I'd love you to become a part of the Baby Elephant community. Let me know what you thought about this video. And as I improve, I know my astrological predictions and analysis will improve as well. So please stay with me, stick to me. We'll see how I am a year from now when it comes to talking about astrology. Please comment below what you thought about your specific signs reading. And thank you to Keen for sponsoring this video. If you want to go deeper into your astrological reading, I highly recommend taking advantage of the $5 for 5 minutes deal that they have now by using the link below, and you can go talk to an astrologer. Thank you. I love you so much. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Stay warm. I'm going to go back inside to cuddle now. And until next time, I love you so much, and keep your vibrations way, way, way up. Bye.